Curtis with Farmers Insurance.
Hey, Rick.
Nancy Benedict, the President and CEO of the Greater San Fernando Valley Chamber of Commerce. And Althea De Pietro, the Chair-elect for the Building Owners and Managers Association of Greater Los Angeles. So if we could start with just kind of everybody, take about 2 minutes, say a little bit about yourself, your organization.
To be here this morning. My name is Rick Curtis, and I am a farmer's insurance agent. I've owned a farmer's insurance agency here in the city of Inglewood for the last 22 years now. In addition to, I am very happy to be here. Born and raised here. Went to school a few minutes away from here. Graduated from USC in 1996 with a degree in public policy and management. Yes, I know. And really am I feel that my purpose here is to serve. So the type of things that we do in my office, we make sure that we come up with solutions that are tailored directly to meet the challenges and the objectives that our clients have. So I'm looking forward to this discussion. Thank you, Brother Harbor, who is my fraternity brother, for inviting me to this event, and I hope to gain as much knowledge from everybody in here as I'm able to share with you guys. Thank you.
Get affordable insurance, and what do you think things that come to mind that could help correct some of those types of challenges?
Well, you got to look at the history of Prop 103. Prop 103 was passed back in the 80s. I think it was 1988, and it was legislation that was passed to protect consumers against how insurance companies operate. So how they set rates and their business practices. But it was also designed to create a fair market of the insurance companies being able to compete. And what we've seen over the last 7 years is modeling that does not work anymore. The modeling that needs to be updated. When you look at the wildfires that have devastated California year after year. You look at what COVID has done. Shutting down the world for 15 months, causing supply. The cost of claims have risen, and what we've seen from the insurance side is that the premiums have not been able to, insurance companies have not been able to take the appropriate rate to cover the cost of claims. And insurance companies, they're unlike utility companies where they're not required or mandated to be here. They are for-profit, businesses like us. And so, when they're working in from legislation that is, antiquated, we get things like, insurance companies either tightening restrictions by pulling out of the market. You've got, 7 of the 12 largest companies here in California are no longer, either doing full business of some sort. Either they've paused or either they pulled out completely. And say, well, insurance companies are, profiteering, and if that was the case, there are a ton of insurance companies, I believe, that would be willing to step in and take the business from, the carriers that have pulled out. You really have to look at, the modeling, and the modeling is something that needs to be corrected. I always considered the insurance company of last resorts, but now the Fairplane is the go-to for most people. I in the room, I know a lot of mortgage brokers and a lot of real estate people in the room, and the conversations are that their clients can't get insurance, or their clients, if they can get insurance, the insurance is unaffordable. So it puts them in a position where they may not be able to close the refinance or may not be able to close the purchase. So with you know, any other, with what's going on, there has been things that have happened over the last year, with the CDI, you know, California, in September of last year, Governor Newsom basically declared a state of emergency in the world of insurance, and he issued an executive order saying that, hey, that this needs to be corrected. The erosion and the instability, you know, in the market needs to change. You know, you talk about, you know, that legislation back in 1988, you know, we need to be able to do the same thing today. You know, that to me, I believe is, you know, it is something that could fix what's going on is by changing the legislation. You know, Prop 103, you've got, like you said, interveners. The process is a slow-moving process, and the insurance companies are like, you know, dogs chasing their tails a lot of times. It's like, you know, when they file for these rates, insurance is one of the heaviest regulated industries in the country, and specifically here in California. Insurance companies just can't, you know, raise rate, you know, willy-nilly when they feel like it. It's got to make actuarially sense. And, you know, when they apply for these rates, you know, it takes, you know, the regulators anywhere between, you know, 8 months to a year to come back with either yes, no, or either, you know, we need to, you know, adjust it. By that time, you know, with all the things going on in the economy, you know, you've got, you know, 3,000 homes that are, you know, people under evacuation in, you know, in Orange County, the fire in Orange County, the airport fire, you know? And so, you know, it's insurance, the economy is very cyclical and or fluid. And insurance needs to be responsive to that. We don't always need to be, you know, behind, you know. So as things change, the insurance landscape, or the insurance company needs to be able to, you know, file the proper rate increases and get those rate petitions heard immediately and not with any delay. I think that is the real issue. But, you know, there are things that you know, that the CDI, you know, are doing, and hopefully, you know, it will allow, or hopefully carriers will, in California, will be interested in coming back into the market. Right now, there's not a whole lot of choices, and because there's not a whole lot of choices, you know, the consumers are suffering for that in the form of higher prices.
I just wondering,